now, here are Ralph Edwards and a very surprised Vincent Price.
Well, on your many travels around the world, Vincent, you always manage to pick up gourmet recipes, and when you're at home, you try them out. Eventually, you write a cookbook, Treasury of Great Recipes, which is now sold, I guess 300,000 copies. You have had a collaborator for this book, and for a good part of your life, she also happens to be your wife, Mary Price. Yeah. Your daughter, Victoria.
Gloria.
In March 1973, Vincent Price appeared on the American television documentary series, This Is Your Life. The formula of the program called for a series of brief testimonials to be delivered on behalf of the honoree from a variety of close friends and relatives. The highlight of the biographical parade was the King of Horror's second wife, Mrs. Eleanor Mary Grant, who met her future husband on the set of the 1948 film Up in Central Park.
Mary, you sit on the other side of him. Who really does the cooking in the Price home now?
I want to get this.
Yeah.
Well, we each have our specialties, so together we add up to be one pretty good cook. We're very proud to be Vincent Price's family.
This is your life, Vincent? No, these are your lives. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you.
Hello, good listeners, and welcome to Deadliest Meal. I'm author, documentarian, and film historian Denise Didak, and you're listening to a new podcast about the most cursed TV show ever produced, a cooking program that was so blighted, bedeviled, and deadly that the studio behind the project tried to bury it forever. And for 60 years, they succeeded. Until my father, Didier Didak, longtime legal servant of XBS Studios, a division of the XBS Corporation, revealed to me the location of a hidden storage locker containing the lost masters of A Taste of Vincent on his deathbed. For the past 10 years, I've been documenting what happened to Vincent Price in the summer of 1964. And during this final episode, I will unveil the real story of the Prince of Terror in an effort to save this American cultural treasure from the dustbin of history. In Backula To Dracula, actor Vincent Price travels to Romania, where his wife and daughter surprise him on his 53rd birthday in a riveting finale that may change the way you see the world. I know it did for me.
Speeding. Good food is where you find it. Hello, I'm Vincent Price. You may know me from such films as House of Wax, Theater of Blood, and The Pit in the Pendulum. What you may not know is that I'm also a noted gourmand, chef, and author of several cookbooks, including A Treasury of Great Recipes, famous specialties of the world adapted for the American kitchen. Today, I mean to shake up your family's boring old taste buds with a recipe gleaned from the sixth port of call in our culinary odyssey. Oh, for crying out loud! Does this look like Nussdorfer Strasse, the birthplace of Franz Schubert? We're in bloody Romania, not Austria.
So the new guy's holding up the wrong cue cards. It's an honest mistake.
This is why you don't go non-union, Carl. But forget it. I don't need cards. 3, 2... We are here in the Paris of the East, beautiful Bucharest, the capital of Romania, to speak to the food and culture of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Why Romania, you ask? Because my producer was too cheap to get us to elegant Vienna.
Careful, Vincent.
It is you who will have to be careful, Mr. Robinson. Or have you forgotten that Dee has assumed control of the production, per the orders of the bonding company?
Oh, the bonding company. I'm shaking like a leaf.
Any second, a new crew will arrive to replace you. This must be them now.
Vincent, good to meet you. How are you?
What the devil are you doing here, Christopher Lee?
Who is that, boss?
You don't recognize him? It's Christopher Lee of Dracula fame. But where's Dee Dee?
Detained at the hotel by something he ate. He sent me in his stead. You seem disappointed.
I realize this is Romania, but when I said send in a professional, the non-Lugosi actor who portrayed Dracula wasn't really what I had in mind.
Never judge a book by its cover.
What's the matter, Vincent? Jealous you didn't get the part?
Please. Christopher was a glorified extra. He didn't have a single line in Frankenstein and fared only slightly better in the role that made him eligible to be our host in this country. An actor without lines is a glorified mime.
Miming is nothing to be sneered at. It develops and matures over time, like any craft, and like history, of which we are both students. Why don't you tell the viewers at home about this ancient metropolis?
With my producer's permission,
Have your fun while you still can, Vincent.
oh, I intend to. The first traces of this great city come in the Neolithic era, but it wasn't called Bucharest until it was listed as a residence for the castle of Dracula in 1459.
Oh my, we're going back a ways, aren't we, Vincent?
In his native Romania, Dracula is held up as a hero for defending his homeland from an invasion of Turks. Elsewhere, he is known as a brutal, sadistic leader who was responsible for the deaths of more than 80,000 people in his lifetime. His preferred method of killing being, of course, impalement. Hence, Vlad the Impaler, his other moniker, if you will. We stand now in front of the Roman Athenaeum. The Athenaeum was built at the turn of the last century and now houses one of the premier operas of the world. Further down the same street, you can see the faked outline of the CEC Palace, the house of Romania's oldest bank.
It sounds like you know a lot about this place, Vincent. But is this all necessary?
Speaking of necessary, we need to go back and get a clean intro.
Since this is for television,
Since this is for television?
I'm not doing the damned intro, because there is no show. We both know the score.
One of us does, yes?
Christopher, this is no place for a mime. We need the big guns. Go back to the hotel and get Dee Dee to send an MI6 like he promised.
Very well then, Vincent. Taxi!
Vincent, I need you to come to the market with me and do some shopping for the meal.
There is no meal, and you're not going anywhere.
So you're not interested in the birthday surprise?
I got my Mary's care package, if that's what you mean. Frankly, after Greece, I'm not sure I can stomach any more licorice. Well, maybe just one piece. I'm feeling peckish. Not quite as good as I remember them, but...
Guess who?
Happy birthday, Daddy!
Darling, Vicky, what and how are you doing here?
You have Mr. Rotmanson to thank for the surprise. He arranged for us to be here at the iconic Dracula's castle to celebrate your big day.
It's not really Dracula's castle, but that's not the point. Carl, what is the meaning of this?
That is up to you, Vincent. Your work has been getting sloppy, and we would hate for anything to happen to your family during this grand finale.
This is no place for women and children, Mary. You don't understand.
I know it's not really Dracula's castle, but still it's fun to pretend. And you are the one who gets to pretend all the time. Now we all get to.
Yay!
While you work, we'll be sure to keep a close eye on them.
Vincent, are you quite all right? Your color looks off.
I'm feeling a bit dizzy suddenly.
Have you had anything to eat this morning?
Just some of the licorice you sent in your care package.
What package, Vin?
She didn't send the licorice, Vincent. I did, and I put something special in it.
Daddy!
Oof. Hey, lady, can you shut up the kid? This mic is very sensitive. She's blowing out my sound.
What's happening, Mr. Rotmanson?
Come with me, Miss Grant. We have much to discuss.
I'm not going anywhere until you explain what's happening.
Everything in good time.
Touch me and I'll scream.
Scream all you want. We're permitted for the next big Vincent Price horror movie. No one will lift an eyebrow.
Pit of doom beneath Dracula's castle. Take one.
Can you hear me, Vincent? It's terribly urgent, dear.
Would you mind speaking up? This mic is barely picking you up over the noise of the sulfur pit.
I would mind, you horrid, horrid man. What kind of a brute documents the demise of a family? It's in terrible taste.
We must make many sacrifices for the new order, and I would rather sacrifice you instead of me. And that sounds much better. Thanks so much. And speeding.
Vincent, can you hear me? Wake up. Vincent, we're in mortal danger.
Mommy, what's wrong with Daddy?
He's sleeping, dear. He's a bit overtired. Can you help Mommy try to wake him up?
Can you tell her not to do that? My audio's peaking.
Mary, Vicky,
Good girl.
what happened? Where are we?
You are in the labyrinth beneath Dracula's castle.
Killing me is one thing, Robinson, but my wife and little girl too. That's low.
I'm not a killer. I'm a producer who makes exciting TV. The fact that this stunt will go wrong and you will be boiled alive with your family is merely a tragic accident, one we will catch on tape to show the courts. With some meticulous editing, of course.
Please, Robinson, spare Mary and Victoria. Find it in your heart.
No one spared me from the execution of my mother by a firing squad in Paris.
So you are Matahari's son.
Of course I am. Why else do you think I had a bullet put in your cue carder, Guillermo? Had your assistant Gaspar chucked off the Eiffel Tower and made the sound man Eddie play the gladiator in Rome?
You don't have a decent bone in your body, Carl. But perhaps your new friend does. What is your name, sir?
My name is of no concern to you, Mr. Price. And Mr. Rothmanson's origin story is of no relevance. Can we move this along, Carl? I've got a pressing art engagement.
Once I pull this lever, the platform will begin to lower Vincent and the Price family to their doom. We will say the device malfunctioned and we've lost a great talent, but the show will go on. Do you think Lon Chaney Jr. is free?
I can't believe you're even considering replacing me with that hack.
This had better work, Carl. We were never supposed to meet. And where's this American agent I am supposed to identify?
He slipped out of our grasp, but we are looking for him now, and we will bring him here once he is found.
He'll find his own way here. And when he does, he'll rescue us from this overblown mousetrap you stole from Dr. No.
What is that, the movie? I don't get out much these days anymore, what with the outstanding war crimes and all.
It's the first in what will be a series of films based on the popular book series by English author Ian Fleming, which chronicles the adventures of James Bond, a secret agent for Her Majesty the Queen with the codename 007.
I was originally going to strap them to the floor and chop them apart with a giant axe-swinging pendulum in a fitting tribute to the King of Horror, but the location scout told me about this castle's subterranean sulfur pit, so I figured work with what you've got, right?
Always the producer, aren't you, Carl?
If our organization is compromised in any way by this yearning of yours for theatrics, then you will pay in full.
My plan is foolproof, Herr Heinrich.
You already let Monsieur Didi escape. That was the whole reason for my trip today.
Fine. Let me finish off Price. Then we can collect the paintings that Himmler hid here on his flight back from Russia. They are tucked away in one of the many caverns in this subterranean maze.
Let the death trap commence.
Time to put some distance between us and their screams.
Are we gonna die, Daddy?
Everyone dies eventually, Victoria. It's the circle of life.
Was that necessary?
Can you shut up, your little brat? With a hangover like you wouldn't believe.
Daddy's kidding, darling. This is all just make-believe.
This is not make-believe, Mary. This is very real. In about a minute, we'll be boiled alive like 3 human lobsters.
Oh, she's giving me a damn migraine. Do something, please.
Now would probably be a good time to tell you that there's no such thing as the Tooth Fairy.
What did I just say, Vincent?
I know what I'm doing, Mary. And the child must know the truth. There's no Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. And when Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, all the king's horses and all the king's men carted him off and dumped him into a papa's grave.
I'm going to take 5, Mr. Price. The camera's still recording, though, so your final moments will be preserved for posterity.
He's gone. Perfect. That was part A of my plan. Part B was inspired by Omar Sharif. Shall we play a little game of bridge, Mary?
Now's hardly the time for cards.
I mean bridge here more in the literal and physical sense. As in, I'm going to lie across the boiling water, and you're going to scurry across to safety.
Surely you're not tall enough.
I'm 6'4". With my arms extended, I easily span over 8 feet, and it can't be more than 7 feet to safety.
It's too risky.
It's our only shot, Mary. Please do as I say. Now. Ooh. Not on the spine. My neck. In retrospect, you could have taken off your high heels, but no matter. It worked. Now grab the boom pole and hoist me up.
You're too heavy. The boom pole is cracking.
Daddy!
I've got a foothold. I think I can climb up.
You can do it, Daddy.
You're almost up. Keep going.
Just a bit further. Yeah.
Not bad for a man of my age, though I think this suit will have to be retired. Now grab the camera.
You're kidding, right?
The world must know the truth of what happened.
I could care less about the truth right now. I just want us to get out of here alive.
We'll escape after we recover the paintings. We can't leave them to the Nazis. 3, 2. We are currently deep in the bowels of Dracula's castle, even though it's not Dracula's castle. This is where Vlad Tepes was held captive and tortured for 14 years, starting in 1463.
Vin, please stop talking to camera. Someone will hear you.
Vlad Tepes is remembered now as Vlad the Impaler, better known as Count Dracula.
This is insane, Vin.
The people need context. This is an educational program.
Well, try to keep your voice down.
The crisscrossy network of tunnels in which we are now lost was formed as the result of the hot thermal spring waters that earlier almost took our lives. Archaeological evidence indicates these caves were a source of habitation for civilizations dating from prehistory right up to the Middle Ages and the Ottoman occupation. Legend has it that Dracula's body was buried down here, his head elsewhere.
This is not appropriate for your child's ears.
That's the most interesting thing Dad said all day. So where's the head?
Dracula's dome is said to be buried in an unmarked tombstone in Sagnov, an island monastery just outside
Is that?
Raphael's Portrait of a Young Man.
And that's Gustave Courbet's The Stonebreakers and Bellini's Madonna with Child. None of these works have been seen for decades.
Because they were looted by the Nazis. Rothmanson had been using my name and reputation to travel around the world, smuggling art for evil. In Paris, he used Van Gogh's The Road to Tarascon as set dressing.
These aren't reproductions?
This is the greatest collection of stolen paintings known to man, and we found them.
And now, so have we. Get your hands up, all of you.
Carl!
Your incessant need to narrate led us right to the priceless riches that will raise the Fourth Reich. Join us, Vincent. We could use a man of your unique abilities.
You're madder than I thought, Robinson. If you ever dreamed I'd swear allegiance to fascist scum like you.
I don't know how you escaped my death trap, but I can't miss from this range.
Hands up, Rotmanson.
I will keep my hands where they are, Mr. Didak. You are the one who is outmanned and outgunned with only actors for backup, and not even good ones at that.
Christopher, this is still no place for mime.
Christopher's not just a talented thespian, Vincent. He's MI6.
Special Forces.
You may have us surrounded, but none of us will get out alive. This whole castle is booby-trapped and programmed to self-destruct.
Don't do it, Rothmanson. Don't push that button. Think of your family.
The Fuhrer is my family, and I will see Herr Hitler on the other side. See you in hell, Price.
I'm afraid you'll have to RSVP for one, Carl. I have Dodgers tickets. Hey, yeah!
Grand Hotel Continental. Only take.
Fighting back to back like that. You and Chris were posed as a fearsome tandem. The fascists never had a chance against the two towers. Good show, boys.
They were a lot of tough talk, but couldn't put up much of a fight at the end.
When one's family is at risk, one will fight for all one is worth.
I didn't know you were trained in karate and bomb disarmament, Vincent.
And I've never seen a man wield a piano wire to such devastating effect. I retract all of my previous bobs, Mr. Lee, and vow from this day forward to be your closest friend, if you will have me. I owe you a great debt for saving my family.
And I owe you. That's one birthday I'll never forget.
It's your birthday too? Did you hear that, Vicky?
Leave her. She's finally asleep. And we are running out of film, so be concise.
Speaking of film, we've got to make a picture together one day, Christopher.
We will, Vincent. I'm sure of it.
I still can't believe you're MI6.
Special Forces.
All these years you were leading a double life. Although I suppose we all lead double lives in one way or another. One day I'm an actor, and the next I'm an art buyer for one of America's largest corporations.
My daughter Denise thinks I'm a stuffed suit for the XBS Corporation. She has no clue the real reason I miss all of her piano recitals and science fairs is because I'm working for Uncle Sam. I tell myself the lie is for her own safety, but it's like Mark Twain used to say, the Nile ain't just a river in Egypt.
I'm pretty sure Mark Twain didn't say that. Sounds more like a line from one of the lesser Marx brothers. But enough already. It's a special occasion after all. It's not every day you defeat evil, recover unparalleled cultural riches, and celebrate another year of life on this earth with Dracula himself. How's the light, Mary?
It'll do.
You know, Vincent, since this show was an excuse to recover artwork stolen by the Nazis to finance a new Reich, we don't have to do the cooking demonstration.
Perhaps, but I do so enjoy cooking, and the hotel has been kind enough to grant us the use of their kitchen. Plus, when will we ever get to cook in Dracula's castle with Dracula? So there it is.
This isn't Dracula's castle, Vincent.
And you're not Dracula, but we are making goulash together here, and I want to make it right. And to me, making it right means we make it in Dracula's castle with Dracula.
Through the magic of TV, eh, Vincent?
Although I will first give some history about the castle itself.
We've had enough history for one day, Vincent. Let's just cook.
To begin. When it comes down to it, I've always been a family man. First in St. Louis with my folks, and now with my own family, Mary and Victoria. A family I took a hand in saving when the dastardly Carl took them hostage to try to keep us from closing the jaws of justice on the art smuggling ring he was a part of. The show was just fine. That is, the one destined for the masses. We cooked goulash and Chris was charming. It is a pity that the world will never know the true nature of the show behind the show. But I suppose that makes it that much more thrilling to paraphrase Cicero. With the benefit of surprise and the power of our own righteousness, Dee Dee, Chris, and myself were able to overcome the fascist ghouls. Once the pawns had been dealt with, we took their knight and checked their king. Upon the conclusion of our adventure in Romania, the stolen artwork was returned to its rightful owners with the help of the State Department. I felt proud in my part in this affair, and despite all the danger and terror, it was fun, and I would do it all over again, though hopefully without such an incredible loss of life. On the plane ride home, Dee Dee told me that the network liked the footage so much that they are extending the show for a second season. The goal is to recover as many of the world's endangered treasures as we can before they are lost forever, or worse, put to evil ends. So I decided to say yes to a brand new season of A Taste of Vincent, a name I can now stomach, as long as it's served with a steaming side of adventure.
That was the final episode of the first season of Deadliest Meal. In the months and years that followed their narrow escape in Romania, Vincent Price and Christopher Lee developed a close friendship. Born on the same day, 11 years apart, Christopher regarded Vincent as something of a big brother and often sought his advice, of which he needed a lot, because Chris had demons. When you serve on the special forces of Her Majesty the Queen for over a decade, you see and do things that most men can never understand or forget. Mr. Lee also confided in his golf buddy and step-cousin author Ian Fleming, who drew on many of his friends' stories for inspiration for the James Bond series. It was for this reason that Lee was originally cast to play the part of Dr. No, only to lose out to actor Joseph Wiseman in the end. Mr. Lee went on to have an illustrious career as a villain on the silver screen, eventually making it to the Bond franchise as the assassin Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun. Lee was also Count Dooku in a Star Wars film, and Saruman in the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit franchises. I can't help but think that some of Lee's success was the product of his harrowing experience in Romania and his close relationship with the Master of the Macabre, whom he starred alongside in 1969's The Oblong Box and 1970's Scream and Scream Again. Now, it's time for a mea culpa to you, dear listeners. You were right. I was wrong. The long-buried production wasn't cursed by ghosts. It was beset by spooks, Professional spies and smugglers whose subterfuge cost many their lives, destroying families and causing lasting trauma in its survivors, which, apparently, includes me. My blindness to the real story here may be explained by Freudian psychoanalysis, or it may have been simply that my father never told me he was a CIA agent and lied to me his whole life, saying he was a contracts attorney for a major studio, when in reality, he was trying to recover stolen artwork to prevent its exploitation for evil. I thought Didi violated his NDA with the XBS Corp to invigorate my career, but it was more than that, clearly. The cruel irony, of course, being that it took the looming specter of death to scare a father into finally opening up to his only daughter. My dad was a hero and a liar, and it will take me some time to reconcile those two things. But Vincent, it appeared, did not take long to reconcile himself with the idea of hosting another season of the show, even if he knew it would never air, and it would put his family in mortal danger. A peril which my father, as producer of the show, also agreed to. An agreement that I was completely unaware of until today. And so, I must apologize to those listeners who put forth the theory that I summarily dismissed. I believed that A Taste of Vincent wasn't released because of the legal fears of XBS Studios. But in fact, the American government buried it, and I suppose I was just too close to see it. Until next season, I'm Denise Didak. Thank you, and good night.
Deadliest Meal was created and written by Rory Owen Delaney and Matt Babb. Directed by Rory Owen Delaney and Matt Babb. Editing by Rory Owen Delaney.
Produced by Rory Owen Delaney and Matt Babb.
Sound design, sound mix, and music by Apostolos Papapostoiou. Bach Toccata and Fugue in D minor performed by Stephen Malinowski.
With performances by Wendy Weiner, Matt Babb, Mike Casantini, Greg Lohman, Bobby Garofalo, and Rory Owen Delaney.
This podcast is a production of Man Bites Dog Films, LLC.